Listen, kid, I don't have time to explain, because I am you. From the future. We're gonna build a time machine.
A time machine?
A working time machine, I swear. Fulfill your destiny, Ryan. Follow down my path and solve the paradox. Figure out why and how this is happening. I wish you luck, my friend.
Rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Weekly Cinema, a look back. We are here with episode 3, looking back at projects we made over the years together. I'm your host, Gabe Late, here with my co-host,
McKenna Coleman.
And we graduate in 2 weeks.
Crazy.
So crazy. So, as you guys know, with this series that's been going on for a bit now, if you're not, let me catch you up. First off, this is Weekly Cinema. This is our side podcast we've been running since we were sophomores in high school. Now we're seniors graduating, and this show is going to be leaving alongside us. It will be ending, not deleted, but we're not touching the channel anymore after we graduate. So this is the final countdown. And with this look back series, what we're doing to celebrate the time that we've had beyond this podcast, you know, just in general, like all this group of us before we all go our separate ways, because we're all going to different states for college. We are
far from each other.
Yeah,
that we hate each other, but
no, we just happen to be
pretty
far from each other. Yeah, but yeah, we're looking back at all of our projects because we made a lot of stuff over the years together, a lot of stuff. And yeah, if you want to check out some other stuff that we made and we're watching back, you could check out previous episodes. But today, McKenna, what are we talking about?
So the project we are talking about today, ironically, was made when we started the show, back in our sophomore year. And It is I believe the first almost fully flushed short film we ever made.
Yeah.
If that's accurate. And its name is Paradox.
Paradox. Woo! 2024. Paradox is our first ever attempt at seriously making something genuinely good. like all of actual effort, right? Something that actually had time and effort put into it. A lot of care and thought, actually solid performances where we tried, just all around an effort to make something good.
Including making our own props.
Even prop making, yeah. It's going to be fun to revisit. I'm excited to look back at this. But to start it, we're actually just going to watch the movie again. We're going to rewatch it and give our thoughts. Yep. And then afterwards, we're going to discuss it. So let's rewatch our sophomore baby, our love, our pride and joy, Paradox.
Our one and only, I'm kidding. We have more. But the very first.
The very first.
The eldest child.
I'll keep it a little lower. So we don't.
So it begins.
Oh, man. Dude. Oh, man. This is like a throwback. This is crazy. I haven't watched this in a long time.
Neither have I. I remember.
Forgot it was reading Animal Fart. This was really well shot, looking back.
Continues. Nothing happens.
I like how the power goes back on. It continues playing.
When you come to the closet.
Yeah, that was an interesting detail. I can't remember why we chose the closet. I guess because it just looked cool with the sliding doors.
Hi.
It's a cool shot.
Mom!
It's okay. It won't be long.
Who are you?
Listen, kid, I don't have time to explain. But when you're older, you'll go on to do great, great things. And trust me, I know that because, well, I am you. From the future.
From the
It's
future.
all confusing, but just listen. All you have
Said
to
no
do
one
is
ever.
Literally.
take this.
That line has never been used in cinema ever.
There's the iconic shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Passing of the A-ball.
Fulfill your destiny, Ryan.
I look so different.
Follow
Oh
down my
God.
path and solve the paradox. Figure out why and how this is happening.
Gabe, you just broke your own rule.
Why?
You said the name of the film in a shot.
Oh, you're right.
wish you luck,
Roll
my friend.
credits. Whoops.
Wow. Rule breaker.
I can't believe it.
Honey, are you okay? Yeah, I just fell off my bed.
Oh, okay.
Incredible acting. Love it.
And title card.
Paradox.
1-800 The Anchor. Dan back here with more. How are you, Aubrey?
I forgot Mike did it.
Dang it. That was so
Well, actually, you know what I found interesting?
What? What is it?
Have you ever heard of the bootstrap paradox?
No, I don't believe so. Can you tell me about it?
Let's just say there's this guy with a book. And this book is one he got from his future self. Well, he keeps that book throughout his life until he learns how to build a time
I
machine.
love some of these shots.
I know. I'm like genuinely surprised at some of the cinematography here.
Where he then goes back in time to his past self and gives himself the same book.
It all had a kind of like glow to it.
That's a unique style of, yeah.
Yeah.
This cycle continues in an endless time.
What we're
loop,
watching right now is
using
actually the improved
detail.
version. We'll talk about that after, but it's not the version that's on YouTube.
Where did this book come from?
Oh, I forgot about
I'm gonna
that.
solve
Yeah.
this paradox.
This is the one that we submitted to STM.
No,
Well,
no, not that. I was talking about the...
Oh,
come on. No happy birthday for the birthday boy? It's your birthday?
oh Christian.
You're
You
heartless.
forgot?
You're heartless.
That's the mission, I'm afraid. It's hereditary. When I have you draw a graph
I remember those bloopers.
so I can keep
Oh
track.
my God! I didn't realize how much my dad butchered that
This book has been
phrase.
passed back and
It's
forth
hereditary.
through time with no definite beginning or end. It's so confusing.
Oh, that transition.
How does this paradox work?
All right, come on.
Question, Mike?
What is this?
Listen, man. We're gonna build a time machine.
A time machine.
Let me
A
tell you
working time machine. I swear. Listen, this is bigger than life. This is what we're destined to do, okay? I was put on this earth for one reason, okay? I was chosen. I need your help, man. You with me? We're gonna solve this paradox. We got this, okay?
Dude.
Me and you, come on.
I miss Mike.
I know.
Dude, my pin.
After this, the OG gang is all gonna be alum.
That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Nuts.
I like the soundtrack.
We're gonna build that over there.
It is.
And I think that
Oh, there it is. Oh, this is gonna be
Mom,
such
I have to
like
remember.
flashbacks.
I'm not your mom. Who
I
are you?
so forgot about this film.
I know, like
Oh, and that shot.
that shot is so beautiful, man. Oh my God, look at that.
We did that.
I know. I'm like, how the
Off the inside.
we actually
dude,
did
the
it.
portal stuff.
We did it. I'm gonna go in there, give this to my past self,
And save the
and
universe.
solve the paradox.
Oh,
And you said the name of
sure
the film
this is
again.
gonna work?
I love saying the paradox.
That's one way to find out.
Is that what you said we couldn't say?
This is for you, Mom.
Yeah.
So awkward.
Oh, that's so cool.
No way.
Wow, there's really no room in there.
I know. Over again.
And over. And over.
It is kind of crazy how we utilized the same shots over again, but kind of like
Different.
still made it feel different. It's interesting.
It doesn't make sense.
Skill, I guess.
It doesn't make sense!
Then the nicotine?
Hey, are you okay?
That's so cool.
Yeah, I just fell off my bed.
What? What is it?
Ever heard of the bootstrap paradox?
This is the one scene where Ava's in. Yeah, Ava cameo. And Len's pulling her hood back. That's it. I love that shot. Oh my. It's such a great parallel to the earlier shot of when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. That is something I do notice about this film is that the storyline is
It's
Like-
solid. Like crazy.
rock wall solid.
Yeah.
I do love that transition.
Oh, that's so classic. Oh, and the oh my god, the clock test is such a great connection too. I forgot about that. 'Cause that's a real test they do with dementia patients. And you have the jitter effect, yep. That's so good. Oh my god, I forgot about that cut too. Damn, dude, like, I'm impressing myself. Yeah, even this sequence is different, I remember.
Something I do remember is the Berserk song.
Oh my, right.
Oh my god.
The Carol the Bells.
This scene.
Dude, this scene is one we had in the script like for the longest time, and
It hits hard.
it hits hard.
So we did our job. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
wow.
I remember like thinking about this
Wow, wow,
constantly before we filmed it.
And I wasn't,
Go
like,
in there.
I left before this happened when we were
Give this to my
filming.
younger self
Yeah.
I remember.
and figure this paradox out.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
Like, originally, I didn't think Carol of the Bells was going to be a good
It has
fit,
to.
but
You know, it's so good.
What's wrong?
it fits way better than what we originally had.
I love it.
funny.
I love this so much. Oh, God. This is- Funny, both of our like big debut films have breakdown scenes.
We're good at writing.
Oh, dude, I remember how hard that was. The mask. I had to like cut us out.
What's going on? Are you good?
We can't do it.
What?
It's off.
It's all.
I love the 1, 2, 3.
I know, the dun, dun, dun. That was not intentional, I remember.
Oh.
It just happened to be that way. So yeah, Paradox is broken.
We broke the paradox.
Broke the paradox. He didn't go through the portal.
If it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have come to his senses. Just know.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh, that's a great shot. Oh my god. Focusing, showing the closet, but then it
Hey,
goes
are
to
you
the door.
okay?
Yeah, I just fell off my bed.
Do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, okay.
And there was Paradox. Dude.
That
I
is.
mean,
Oh my.
wow. Like, watching that back is just surreal.
I like
It's
Just-
crazy how much we locked in.
shocked myself.
I know. Dang, dude. Dang.
Just, wow.
Crazy. It's just, it's such a, just a heartfelt film. Like, there's no, like, malice to it. It's, like, all just genuine heart. Because it deals with problems that are, like, beyond somebody's control. Like dementia. And it's just, like, and then, like, time, right? And that's a big theme of this, like, control and time. And obviously with the clock test parallels and, like, you know, time running out while it just slowly getting worse and worse. It's just... It's awesome. Like, it's such a crazy, crazy good film. And I'm just baffled. Now, obviously, we're over here saying, like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Like, obviously, it's not
Obviously, it
amazing.
has flaws.
It has its flaws. We know, we are aware.
We are aware that we have progressed.
Yes,
from
we
this.
definitely,
Because we have definitely
progressed.
had like hardships in our films, and
Yeah.
we definitely know that. We see it, we improve it,
right.
but we still have more to improve.
Yeah, and there's still way more to improve, right? But we're we're saying in terms of this film, in terms of the context it was made in, the amount of time we had to make it, like it was only a few months if I remember correctly, and like all the help we had, like the limited, like everything was so against us. Yet we pulled through and made something like this, and it's just like baffling how we did it. And looking back, I'm not sure how we did. Like, it's crazy.
Good question.
Right? Like, do you think if we made this again today, we would be able to replicate anything close to that?
Oh, absolutely not.
I don't think we would have. It's crazy.
No, if you told us, hey, like you show us the film and you go recreate this in the amount of time that we made it in the past, absolutely not.
Right.
No way.
No way. So then, so we made this film, and it blew our minds, but we ended up, we made it for STN, right? The Film Excellence Competition. And the whole backstory behind this film is one that I've talked about many times before, but I'll just say it real quick again. This script, this concept is something that I've had in mind and was writing since 8th grade. Like, I had that years in advance already developed in my mind. But, of course, a few years later, come sophomore year, we had the opportunity when taking this class to make a film for a film excellence competition. And I'm like, wow, why don't we just go all out and make this script that I had in mind a reality, but just cut it down to 15 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So me and you decided, like, okay, let's do that. Let's absolutely. And then we had, like, you know, Mike and Zane help us out too on the side. And then from there, Paradox was born. And I remember over the course of a couple months, we started, you know, because we had the idea solidified that we are going to do it in, like, the beginning of the school year. But it took us until, like, January to get it fully done. So there was a period of time where we were, like, sitting there writing only. Of course, shout out to Mrs. Frisch's class, as we know.
Yeah, yeah.
in the classroom, writing on the script, tossing ideas back and forth while in the middle of class.
I also do remember in the middle of her class, we made our graphic for this podcast.
We did. It's so funny how perfect
We utilized
this
her
is.
class for her assignments and also something else.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like it's really funny because this is the perfect film like for this podcast to talk about because we started making this film around the time we started this podcast. Like these were both born out of broadcast journalism sophomore year, which is really funny. And to see how far both of them have come is awesome. But yeah, we made the film. We of course got shout out Mr. Herrick, our goat. Unfortunately, Scott no longer works here, but he was he was a great person to have around sophomore year. He helped so much around the school and with our projects and stuff. And he helped us make that prop. I remember coming in on my free times,
portal.
helping make that portal, and it was
And
brutal
having
to
to
cut that
poke the
foam
Christmas
down.
lights through it
Yeah,
individually.
poke the Christmas lights through, paint it out, and it came out really fun. Like it had a cool
Didn't
flair.
that take like multiple coats of paint? To
Yes,
get that to
it
how
took
it was?
multiple coats. I remember that. Oh my gosh. And I remember Andrew, like this Andrew, was there actually helping too, which was really cool. But yeah, it was, man, what an experience.
If that's something you guys also don't know, there was multiple Andrews.
There was two Andrews in our time at this high school, two that actually were big parts of our high school journey, and it's really funny how there was two. But yeah, so as I was saying, we made this for STN, and then of course somewhere around March we were a small group. Like broadcast, we are in a weird point in broadcast journalism where it's not a new program, but it's, Mr. Gardner hasn't been here too long, and the program hasn't done too many crazy things. Like it was pretty much starting up to like with a crazy, idea of doing live shows and like all these competitions. We were like the second official year that did it. I remember there's 1 year before us that did the live show, but we were like the second to do it. So we were testing, we are the group that was really testing the waters for our school, right, representing us. So we had no idea anything about the convention, right? We knew there wasn't a convention. Obviously, we knew we weren't going to be able to go because Mr. Garner thought there was no way we're going to win anything from it with, a small group. But we found out randomly. I remember one night I randomly found out. I don't know how I found out, but I think I was curious, and I checked the STN competition page for Film Excellence, and I saw that there was stuff up for Film Excellence, and I saw our name under Best Writing. And I'm like, what? What just happened? So then I texted the group chat of all of us.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, guys, we just won an award. It's crazy. So Paradox did win Best Writing at the Film Excellence competition in 2024 at the convention, which is so surreal. Like, that's crazy. I can't believe it. But then we also, I think afterwards, we submitted it to a bunch of festivals. I remember us skipping pep rally one day, sitting in Scott's office on the computer, going through all the different festivals.
Which is also ironically how this podcast was born as well.
Oh my God, you're so right. Wait, so
Skipping a pep rally.
this is actually some crazy lore. Like, sophomore year was by far my favorite just because of how crazy it was for us. But
It's making me laugh. I'm
we
sorry.
skipped
It's
the
just too
pep
funny.
rally. We had this podcast. We'll talk about the story of this podcast like in full depth and like revisit it on the final episode. But a quick, brief one to connect it to Paradox. We made this podcast for broadcast journalism as a way to get extra points every week because we needed to reach a certain amount for the live show. And podcast was one of the options. It was like 5 points and like super easy for us to do, right? So we just did one once a week. That's why we made it weekly cinema. But we did at least like 10 episodes on Anchor News Now. Like we did it on the school's channel. But I remember we were like, why don't we just expand this past our school and just make it our own thing? And the day that we skipped the pep rally sitting in Scott's office on his computer looking through festivals was also the day that we created the weekly cinema channel, which is crazy. That's so funny. You're right. We made the channel on that same day. We re-uploaded all the episodes we already made at that point. I think it was only like 4 of season 1 we were at that point. But if I look up like the Weekly Cinema YouTube channel, the day the channel was created, you can literally see the date was March 28th, 2024. Yeah, so it was what day was March 28th, 2024? We made it like it was all created within that one day. It was a Thursday. Yeah.
A random Thursday
Oh my god.
in our sophomore year, when we decided, hey, we don't want to go to this pep rally. Let's do something else.
Let's create this podcast, make it a thing, and also submit our film to festivals. And you saw where the podcast brought us, and then the festivals, we submitted to, I think, 7, right? Like, we submitted to, I can't remember. We submitted to quite a bit, and then I think we got into 2 of them. One of them we couldn't attend.
And then one you
But
went
one
to.
I did go to with my mom. It was in Arizona. It was the Arizona International Film Festival, and they had a Indie Youth Shorts Fest division, which is basically just like a youth, filmmaker division. So we took advantage of the fact we were students. We wanted to, because of course we couldn't make anything to par with adults, and actually with all the resources they had. So we submitted to that. We got accepted into the festival. We got selected, which was crazy. And I remember going to Arizona, going down there, watching the film on the big screen. Like, that was so crazy. The first time I ever seen a film that we made on the big screen. Like, that's so cool. And yeah, we came back home, and we found out we also won Best Narrative. Best drama, I think, right? Or I think it was just straight up best narrative out of the Indie Youth Fest, shorts, which is also crazy because I remember watching all the other ones and they were all really good. But yeah, so Paradox won, like 2 awards, walked away with like 3 laurels on its name. I mean, it's so crazy how far this film went. It is. I still have the certificate hanging up on my wall from the Film Excellence, and it's so awesome. It really defined so much for us. It kind of showed us like, wow, we can actually do something. Like, it showed that like our skills can actually amount to something, which is like, was crazy to us. We never thought that would happen at all. But yeah, I mean,
if you think about it, like in a tiny sophomore's mind,
yeah,
that you would not be able to equate to, hey, I'm going to make something, but I'm not going to expect much out of it.
Yeah.
Except, actually, never mind, yes, you are.
Right. Yeah, it's like, plot twist, yeah, you are. It is genuinely, this is going to be something crazy. And
Plot twist, you're going to go far.
You're going to go far with it. But yeah, so Paradox. So then, now, years later, we've made an entirely other big short film project, which we'll talk about in another episode. We've done a lot of other stuff in between, and we just learned and grown a lot. Looking back on it, what are your thoughts?
I am, like I said, that surprised me. Looking back at that, I have not watched that probably since it was made.
Really?
It's been a hot minute. For sure. But for what it was and the time it was made in, that's genuinely impressive.
It is. Yeah, we didn't have much time at all.
I forgot about some things that happened in this film, and I was like, oh yeah. And then it immediately comes like rushing back to your mind once you see it again, and you're like, I remember how that, and I was like, wow. Yeah.
The thing about this film is like, it had the benefit of having so much production time before it was actually brought to fruition dedicated to writing, right? Like, this film was conceptualized over the course of years, and that really added so much depth to it because there were so many ideas that just kind of started sticking over the years that were implemented into the final film. Like, I kept stressing it, but like the crazy subtle parallels, not super subtle, but the parallels between the clock and the clock test, the dementia and the running out of time, like everything fit in so, and like, yeah, like love and like the 8 ball, the infinity, it just all of it fit in so perfectly. And it's so surreal, like, because I didn't think we realized that when making it, but it's just like, oh, we're doing this because it's in the script. But the script is something that was just over time made by me and you. Like, we stitched that thing together. And that is something that just, I think, really elevated the film. this film has a very strong story, and I think that's why it definitely deserved the best writing win at STN, because it really was solid. Another thing I can credit with this film, and I don't know how it happened, I don't know who's to thank for this. I think it's just something that naturally came together because of also the solid story structure, but the pacing of the film is incredible, which is so crazy because it takes place over the course of an entire lifetime, multiple times. It showcases somebody growing up,
Right.
going back in time, and giving it to his younger self, and then growing up again, like at least 4 or 5 times all the way through. And it's shown in a 15-minute film, which is wild. But it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like it's like flying through, like you can't keep up. It flows so nicely. Like all the music is just like soothing. It like guides you through everything. The shots are continuous with one another. They kind of build off of one another. The colors are vibrant and beautiful and like contrasting. It's so cool. It's just so cool.
That just made me think about, like you said, that this was not the original cut of
Yeah.
the movie.
That's true, I
This is the master cut
Mm-hmm.
of the movie. For those of you who do not know, the one on YouTube has not as enhanced in its lighting
Yeah.
and in the coloring of the film as we see on what we submitted to STN, because this was the professional cut that we sent to them for the festival
Yeah.
and not the one we uploaded to.
Yeah, so I remember we finished Paradox one day, and then we presented it to the class, and Mr. Gardner gave us feedback on some of like the coloring, like some of the shot, like he gave some feedback on different things. It's super subtle, and I can't remember, like you would have to compare it literally frame by frame to see what we changed. But there's little changes in the music. There's a whole sequence at the end that I pointed out when reacting that was completely changed because there was a bunch of blurry shots in the original. And then there was also, of course, just a lot of just minute things that were tweaked throughout the film. So there is an entirely different version then that was made after the first original viewing, but I've already uploaded it to YouTube by that point because I was just excited. Like I really wanted to get it out there, obviously. But we made a new version. Obviously, we didn't re-upload it, but that's the version we sent to STN and the one that we submitted to festivals. So there is 2 versions. We just watched the master cut. This is actually on like Film Freeway, like the submission site, so it's completely separate from YouTube. So on YouTube, if you're just curious, that is a different version. It's not the full, complete version, right? I think this one just looks so much better. Like it's so much more beautiful. But yeah, it's so insane, man. I'm so happy with how it came out. I guess if I had to say critiques, if you could think of any, I'd say we complimented the cinematography a lot. I did love the cinematography, but there was times where obviously it could have been better.
Well, yeah.
If we compare this to One Last Shot, you can see how the priorities change because One Last Shot, I don't think, and we'll talk about it when we make it, because we condensed it from a full feature-length film, spoiler alert, to a short film.
That was hard.
We lost a little bit of the depth to the story.
We definitely lost some of the narrative there.
Yeah. And that is unfortunately the weakness of One Last Shot, is the story. But I remember going into it, based off of what we learned, One Last Shot, we were keen on making sure every frame felt like a masterpiece, like of art, right? We wanted to make sure the film looked visually stunning. So One Last Shot looks amazing. Like everything in One Last Shot looks amazing. The performances are amazing. Everything about One Last Shot's really cool to watch, but just story's a little weak. So that's why Paradox is different, because here we didn't have the experience with the cinematography, so cinematography was a little all over the place. But if that was patched up, this would have been an even insane film, because again, the story I wouldn't change. Like the story's awesome. If there's one element about the story I would change, and it's something that we were given critique on by multiple people, was the 8-ball. I think the 8-ball was supposed to serve a bigger purpose, because just like One Last Shot, Paradox was condensed from a larger version of a script that was planned originally before it.
Not necessarily as big as a
Not
feature,
as big as a
but
feature. It was still to be a short film. But Paradox did have a little bit more to it. It had a crazier kind of explanation to the whole paradox itself. And then the
It just
8
couldn't
ball
fit.
was supposed to full on break. Like, it wasn't just supposed to be sat down. It was supposed to break. I remember that. We wrote that in the script. But then I remember it was like too expensive to like get an entire other 8 ball. It was too hard to break it. We just didn't have time.
Yeah, take a hammer and just
Yeah, so we kind of just like sat the 8 ball down. So the ending's a little fuzzy because people don't fully realize that what he did is he put the 8 ball down and did not walk through the portal. So we're seeing at the very end the whole sequence play through without him coming through the portal because the paradox broke. And then it's supposed to signify to you the crazy, like, deep ending that the mother is now the son is now going to appreciate his time with the mother more. It's not going to be so much more obsessed with the paradox. I remember I was at the festival and somebody who was watching after asked me, he's like, so does the mother still get dementia or no? Right? And I'm like, yes, that's the thing, right? The mother is still going to get dementia. The same things are still going to happen. He can't change the future, right? You can't change that. But he did stop himself from becoming obsessed with this crazy paradox by not going through. So now, therefore, he will be able to spend more time with her because, again, throughout the film, we saw the biggest issue and the thing that led to the breakdown is he kept on disregarding his mother and therefore wasting his time he could have spent with her until she eventually passed, right? So that's the thing. That's the kind of beauty of this film. Like, that's the whole message behind it. And that could have been a little clearer, I do think. And that just kind of shows you how important subtlety is and kind of like, just the fine details really do matter because they build up to the bigger story, right? That's also something we learned with One Last Shot that, again, we'll talk about. But, yeah.
that's going to have a whole episode in and of itself.
It is, yeah. One Last Shot will be.
And we will go more into depth about
I agree.
what we would probably call our other child.
Yeah, our other baby.
The youngest.
Yeah, and
The
if you want
newest.
to, and if you want to see what's our favorite child, wait for that episode to come out because we will make that verdict at the end of the One Last Shot episode. But anyways, yeah. So what about you? Do you have any critiques you could think of?
I don't know. I
Any
think
other
I fully
comments?
agree with you, actually.
Yeah.
The subtlety of it is definitely important.
Yeah,
I do remember, like, the whole elaborate ending we had. That just did not fit into the film because of how much time we had. And that was a bit of a downgrade.
yeah, it was.
But
it was.
I feel like we managed it well enough. Obviously could have been better. Like, as I was watching the ending, I was thinking almost like we maybe could have, like, maybe almost meshed it in there, having, like, when it, like, he walks out of the door, pan back, 8 ball fall, and maybe break.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
off the counter.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But,
yeah. Because that really shows, like, okay, Paradox is literally broken. Like, it literally broke, right?
But I don't know how we could have.
Yeah. And I remember, like, we even had Mrs. Frisch read through the script. I remember I had her read through it. I gave it to her. She read through. And I think her also, like, just recommendation is that we give the 8 ball a bigger purpose other than just being something that's passed down. Because ultimately, nothing really happens with the 8 ball. It just fizzles out. It would have felt more complete if it broke. But, again.
Or, like, just
were limited.
disintegrated into time.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There had to be something there. I feel like that is the biggest thing
It could have,
that we could have improved on.
could have been fleshed out a bit more. But yeah, it was really cool. I think another problem is I was the director and I was the main actor, right? So ultimately, that usually doesn't go hand in hand super well unless you have a big crew. And when it's just literally you, like, at times doing a one-man show, because a lot of these scenes are just me in my room, it limits the the possibilities of the ways we can move the camera, and that just creates more problems, right? That's why also One Last Shot was so much more, like, fleshed out in terms of the structure and, like, the visuals, because I was behind the camera the whole time. I wasn't even in the film at all. and I was able to take full control as a director, right? But with this film, I had to split kind of my like opportunities, like what I could do, because I was doing both at the same time, right? But we, you know, at times we did also have other people filming. Also, shout out Zane, who was also a part of this podcast in season 1, as you guys know. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you could think of?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Also, I think, yeah. This podcast turned 2 years old, didn't it? 2026, 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's weird that sophomore year is 3 grades ago, right? Wait. No, it's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you would consider that 2. Never mind.
3 is freshman.
3 is freshman. Yeah. But yeah, that's Paradox. Any final comments you want to leave to this film before we finally say goodbye to it for the last time?
I don't know.
I know, right? It's like I don't want to say goodbye.
This is crazy.
This is surreal.
I just genuinely, I mean, I think we did, like, I don't even know how we did this.
I don't know either. Yeah.
But it's crazy.
It is. Thank you so much, Paradox, for everything you gave us, all the opportunities you gave us as a film.
I guess the doors that opened, too.
Yeah, the doors that opened. There's a lot it opened, and possibilities it showed us. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for this film. I'm not going to lie, like with all the films we made. But yeah, and also it was just a great opportunity to like make something cool with friends of that original OG group.
I honestly, like, I don't think, if we had never made Paradox, I don't think One Last Shot would have ever came to life.
I don't think so either.
Because I think this is what really set in stone. We can do things with
Yeah.
film. We can progress. We can open opportunities to make something great.
It showed we just had the possibility, we had the opportunity to do it. And that's just like, that's the biggest advice out there, right? Like if you really want to do something one day, you have to start somewhere. So you have to make a first version, right? It doesn't matter what field it is, what creative like art it is. We're talking film here, but any sort of medium, if you want to make something great, you first have to make something, period. Like you got to put something out there. If you have an idea, make it, right? Even if you don't have all the, you know, the resources you can or need or whatever, like just work with what you have and put something together. That's what we did with Paradox. We literally threw something together that we wanted to make, even though it was beyond our scope of possibility at the time. We made it work, right? Obviously there's stuff we could have done better if we had more resources, had more money, whatever, but we did it. And look where it got us, right? Because of that film, we were then given the motivation. We then knew what to do. We learned from it, like what to do better, what to do differently. And we improved and moved on and made more awesome stuff. So that's what I'd say to everybody out there. Just make something. Do it. It's fun. It's worth it. It can be stressful at times. There was times where this production was stressful. I remember that, especially around that winter season before Christmas break, trying to cram in all the portal scenes before the portal had to come down. I do remember that. But yeah, just do it, man. It's all worth it in the end. But yeah, that was Paradox. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode of Weekly Cinema Look Back. Tune in for more episodes coming soon. We're going to be talking about a lot more projects coming up shortly, but time is running out, so we don't have much left. Again, only 2 weeks till we graduate, and then we're out of here. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. But that's it for Paradox. That's it from me and McKenna. McKenna?
And we will see you next time on the show, because I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, all right. Bye-bye.